Hello again, it's Noob, and I just want to say thank you to subscriber Darren Davenport for the idea for this video, which is to revisit my go-to kit. I remember doing a Noob go-to kit video probably a year ago now, so it's about time to show what I still consider to be good or bad, or what I keep in here or what I don't. So the first thing is that I've upgraded, even past the Sparrows competition case, to another Sparrows case, which is the Sherman, and I sort of had to have it because my everyday kit was sort of growing in size, and yeah, this just holds everything. It's a great case. I really would recommend, well, to be honest, I recommend most Sparrows stuff actually, but I really recommend this case. It's an absolute bargain as well. I can't remember how much it is, but it's really not a lot for what you get. So where do I start? Well, you'll notice first off that there is a lot of sort of Sparrows stuff. So what I have here are my, in 25 thousandths, three of my favourite Sparrows profiles with the thermoplastic handles. That's the worm, the Euro hook, and the standard shallow hook. You might say, do I need both the Euro and the shallow? Well, I find the shallow hook to be better for pin placement because it's a bit wider at the tip. However, the Euro hook does get me out of some trouble because of its finer profile at the tip, so it's sort of nice to have around. I also have three of the picks in, these are Sparrows profiles again, same ones, Euro, standard, and a medium hook, but these are in 20 thousandths, and they're really useful on occasion. You can see that, well, this one's pretty badly put on, but these are heat shrink handles. These are marine grade, and they have the glue. You can probably see some of the glue coming out. So they just allow me to get into some of the keyways the other ones don't. On this side, I have a couple of Peterson's profiles. I have I think it's a number 1 hook, and the almighty 18 thousandths gem. I absolutely adore the 18 thousandths gem. I think if I could only choose 2 picks at all, it would be these two. It would be, oh, wrong hook. Well, the Sparrows standard hook and the Peterson gem in 18 thousandths. If I could only have 2 picks, it would be those two. It genuinely would. If I could have Peterson handles on Sparrows picks, that would just be the ultimate pick for me. Okay. Now, I don't have too many Rakes in my collection, but what I do have is a mixture of Dangerfield Serenity, where I have is it Prince and Princess, which is quite useful, a Bogota, which is quite nice. Frankly, any Bogota will do. The only reason I've got this one and the Southward is that you can see that they are ever so slightly different. This Southward is a little bit more strong because it's a bit thicker, but the Dangerfield one does get into smaller keyways, so it's quite nice to have them both. And I can't really go anywhere without sort of a double peak, and I don't even know where this is from. Possibly Sparrows? Yeah, I think it's a Sparrows one. Yeah, it's Sparrows. I remember it, yeah, it's well finished. I think this is from Pete Restall. Sparrows, double peak, a Bogota, and the City Rake. Never go anywhere without City Rake. So yeah, you can see that I've already got a mix. I can have some Peterson, have some Sparrows, have some Dangerfield, and I have some Southward. Frankly, it's quite nice to be able to pick and choose between which kits and which picks you use. I think it's much nicer to tailor. I like buying commercial picks because I can buy more than one. So for example, I love the Peterson gem in 18 thousandths. I know I can buy multiples of these. They will feel the same, and they'll act the same, and I know what I'm getting each time. So I quite like that. Sometimes you buy other kits which are really quite nice, but they don't sell singles. An example would be the really quite excellent Honest 12-piece kit. Some great picks in there, but if I bent one, then I have to buy the whole thing again to get it. So it's a great starter kit, but I think when you get going, it's quite nice to pick from some of the better known commercial makes, just because you know you can get single picks. So let's open it up. What else do I have? Start left to right. Now, you might find this odd, but I still keep this Gozo rounded hollow half diamond because this absolutely eats its way through simple wafer locks, and I absolutely love it, so I'll never go anywhere without that. Then I've got some Southord Max picks. I really do. I think if I could afford a Southord Max pick set, I probably would get one because I like the fact that they're 23 thousandths, they're Euro Slim range. This one is a custom made from a ball rake. I don't know why I have this and the 07B in my kit because essentially they're, I sort of copied them both. They do the same purpose, but I really love this pick. So if I could have one third pick, it would be that. The 08B medium hook and the snake rake. I love a snake rake, and this is an excellent one. Going along, I've got some Pickology ones, and the reason I have these is this is a cut-off key extractor which I use as a probe, perfectly nice. Then I've got some very small worm rakes which I use with extremely small keyways, things like travel locks and things like that, so it's just nice to have around. There's nothing wrong with Pickology actually, but yeah, they're good. Then I get to slightly more exotic things, but useful to have around. So I got a, I can't remember which pick this was, but this was a Sparrows pick which I didn't quite like. It had a club sort of end, but what I did was I filed it down to be an extremely shallow hook, very useful for those keyways which are a bit restricted. A DeForest ball, which is from Southord. Again, this is a Southord Slim, the C series. I find that this is actually quite useful, and again, a couple of locks. I probably don't need this in my everyday carry like a lot of the other ones you've seen in the last few picks, but sort of a deep hook, useful on a number of occasions, actually well worth having a deep hook in your kit. And this is, I think it's like the Sparrows, is it High HD or something like that? It's very similar to the 18 thousandths gem, apart from the fact it's 25 thousandths and it's very strong metal. So this is very good in those locks where you really do need to put a lot of pressure on those pins. What else do we have? Over this side, these are some, I think these are the Sparrows SS Dev picks, which are for designed for getting into some very, very, very tight keyways. And then the Sparrows hooks, medium, euro and short again, but in 15 thousandths, and you can probably see that these are very flexible. So I like those Sparrows profiles so much, I've got them in basically the 25 thousandths, 20 thousandths and 15 thousandths. Why not? Lastly, but by no means least, tension tools. So I won't get them all out, I'll just show you a couple of highlights because you can never have enough, right? So I'm only going to show you my absolute favourites, which are this one, and this one. In fact, and where are you? This one. Okay. So these are my favourite all-time tension tools. So this is the Dangerfield Serenity tension tool, and what I like about this is it's nice thick metal and it's very well rounded, so it doesn't sort of hurt the inside of the locks. I adore the Southord Slim tension tools, so I have as many as, I don't know how many, I've got 3 or 4, maybe 5 of these all over the place, but I keep 2. If I lost these I'd be devastated. This is a wire wrench from a Gozo 24-piece kit, which has mixed opinions. I personally think it's good if you're an intermediate picker and know what you're doing. Not good for beginners, but it's a very strong sort of wire tension tool, which very good for those times when you need some extreme tension. And then, and I haven't got it all here, I think the other one's over here somewhere, my Mad Bob's Pry Bars. Again, I think that you just can't beat these. These Mad Bob's Pry Bars are, I think, the best that you can buy commercially. They really are just stunning. So I really don't know what I'd do without those. And the only other thing to mention really in this kit is, apart from I've got loads of other tension tools because you never have enough, is bobby pins, because these again are very useful for acting as shims, picks, probes, and mini tension wrenches like this one, because they're spring steel and they're actually surprisingly good. So, in conclusion, I have grown my everyday kit, but I don't know whether that's because I can, because the case is bigger. I think that realistically I use a few tools nearly, I don't know, 80% of the time, I'd say, compared to the others. That would be my Mad Bob's Pry Bars, my 07B by Southall Max, my Peterson Gem in 18,000th, my Dangerfield tension wrench, my Goso wire wrench, my Southall slim wrench, and last but not least, my Sparrow's short hook. If I could, if I could only have those, I still think I'll be able to get into a lot of locks. So, I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear what you have in your sort of everyday sort of carry kits, what your favourite picks are. These are certainly mine. There are so many other good picks and kits out there from all sorts of countries and manufacturers. Like I said, the reason I tend to pick these ones is that they are freely commercially available in single picks, which means I can have multiples of all of these should I wish to get them. And I do. I have quite a few of some of these. Alright, hope you found that interesting. I might even update you in another year when I've got even more experience in Locksport. See you next time.